Hey, Lolly Dama here, and today I wanted to talk about how to keep our energy clear by going into those uncomfortable places of noticing when we're having upset feelings inside our bodies as much as possible and communicating that to our beloveds. Now, it's so scary sometimes to say kindly what's going on for us. And sometimes even the best communicators have a hard time saying the deeper truths. The problem is if we don't figure out a way to say the deeper truths, then we always run up against behaviors that will be like outlets of energy. So passive aggressive behaviors maybe, or body language where we're not connecting very much with our partners or with our children, or we're just kind of moving around each other and we're not really connecting the way we want to connect. So I just wanted to share a couple tips that I think are useful and helpful in managing so that things don't build up and all of a sudden you're blocking a lot of your energy because you've had a built up sort of miscommunication where you're not really talking about what's going on. So the first thing I want to talk about, of course, is always being curious and getting into wonder about like what's going on for me. Why am I feeling this tension, or why am I waking up feeling upset, and not necessarily passing it off, but just getting curious about it. The other thing that we can do in a practical way is we could do this thing where we ask our partner to spend 5 minutes. Usually it's better for the feminine to do this, or the person in the relationship that has more of the feminine characteristics as far as how we carry the relationship. So if that person could ask the other person for 5 minutes to just basically empty their basket and say their fears. I learned this from John Gray. But what I've noticed in my relationship is if I actually keep practicing it, even when I don't think that there's things that are going on, it's so helpful it's like a pressure cooker. The pressure doesn't build up, and then the other person kind of knows what's going on. And what I also notice is that when we can just speak things out in that forum to each other, then we allow nature's intelligence to help us, especially when we can get into curiosity and wonder. The other thing I was going to say is that whenever I get into blame, I always try to do like a boomerang. As soon as I find my mind blaming, I just try to switch it around to like, oh, there's probably something that's trying to be known inside of me. It's not necessarily like, oh, I just want to beat myself up or something. It's just thinking, oh, you know what? Maybe there's something that's trying to be known that's inside of me that wants to come out. And so my automatic mind just goes to blaming. And I think it's a really healthy way to start relieving those patterns of stress. Anyway, when we can practice these things, we allow ourselves to really manifest and align the energy that we were destined for. And I know there's all these kind of tricks that people give us to, help your subconscious mind, and there are a lot of those. But these little practical tips on a day-to-day basis help us keep our energy clear so that we can manifest everything that we want and everything that's supposed to come through us. Anyway, I hope this helps. Thanks.